All right, good morning, everybody. We are here for our last Zoom 2020 workout. It is December 29th. It is Tuesday, and we are ready with a full body workout for you again from CrossFit Hyattsville. We are going to do a strength portion that's going to focus on lunges and push-up variations. So we're going to burn out our quads and our chest and shoulders. And then we are going to do a 6-minute AMRAP twice with 3 minutes in between, with a goal of hitting about the same numbers or beating our first round in the second round. And that's going to consist of up-down power cleans, burpee broad jumps, and we'll be doing different variations depending on your spacing, and alt dumbbell hang power snatches. So then we will finish off with some bicep and tricep work just to kind of keep us honest. And we will then do our 6 minutes of mobility as always. So what do you need for this workout? You need a single dumbbell or kettlebell, at least for the warm up, ideally 2. If you have a lighter one and heavier ones to work with, that's fine. And we can adjust based on what you have. Couple movements I just want to demo for you before we get started. I think we've done some of them, but maybe not for a while. First one is a seesaw lunge. And for the seesaw lunge, you're staying on the same leg, lunging forward, and then coming up and lunging backwards, always on the same leg. So we're staying on, I'm lunging right and forward, right back, and my left leg is coming up. We're also going to do a side lunge followed up by a curtsy. So you're going to step out and lunge, my least favorite of lunges, and then come up and curtsy lunge behind on the same leg. So we're really going to be burning out that stationary leg. All right, and that curtsy, remember, we're stepping behind our midline. Up-down burpees are just like the regular burpee, where we're going to not go all the way down to the ground. We'll just stay up in the high plank. Everything else we have done before. For burpee broad jumps, couple things depending on your space. If you have the space, you're going to go down, do your regular burpee or scaled burpee, and jump 3 or 4 feet, turn around, do your burpee, come back up and jump. If you don't have the space, like I don't have the space here, what I'm going to do is jump first, burpee, and then turn around and jump. So I'm going to burpee back into my broad jump space, if that makes sense. Another option would be to do a burpee tuck jump. So you would go down all the way, come up, and as you come up, bring your knees up to the palms of your hands. And then if that's not good for you, stick with straight burpees, okay? Other than that, we're going to be doing power cleans, hang power snatches, all things that we've been doing before recently. So go ahead and grab 1 to 2 dumbbells. We're going to switch partway through to double dumbbells on some of these movements. And this is your warm-up weight. I'm going to get our clock set, 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. Shoot out any questions if you have them. But otherwise, we'll get cruising in a second here. We'll just get our Tabata set up for 45 of work, 15 seconds. We're starting just with the right leg seesaw lunge. Halfway through, we're going to switch legs. All right, in 10 seconds. So step with a forward lunge right first. 3, 2, 1, go. So right now, only our right leg is moving. You can put your foot down in between steps to stabilize, or if you have good balance, or you want to test your balance, step forward and backward without touching that foot. Switch legs, start stepping left now, and the right stays stationary. like to give a little toe touch in the mid step there just to gather myself. And we will be adding weight later on. And you can see that stationary leg. 3, 2, 1, rest. That stationary leg starts burning pretty quickly. Now we're going to go side to curtsy. So step right out to the side. Go. All the way down. Come up. Step behind. Side. Side. Make sure you're getting that hip crease down. My left foot has to come up a little bit onto the heel, switch legs so that I can get down all the way. Some people, if they have the mobility, can keep their foot flat. I don't have that. One more. Good, come up. Now we're going into our up-down burpees. So down, just hold plank position. Come up and clap. 2, 1, go. So feet jump back, hold that plank, come up and jump. So just like our regular up-downs, just adding that jump at the top. This is our last month of, or last few days of burpees coming up in December. So we got to hit 29 in the course of this whole day, which we should have no problem doing. Between the warm-up and the workout. 2, 1, rest. All right, go ahead and grab a lightish dumbbell. We're going to start with our alternating hang power snatches. So hang means we're coming from between the leg. Deadlift the weight up first and swing it down between your legs, hinge at the hips, and then we're alternating. So switch hands. Ooh, look out for your garage door tracks. So coming from the knee area position, I kind of hike it like a kettlebell swing myself. Keeping that weight close like you're zipping your jacket. Locking out full at the top. Always deadlifting on the first movement. Rest. All right, we're going to start with alternating power cleans. Halfway through, you can add a second dumbbell. So coming from the floor, up to your shoulder. Switch hands. Nope, just your shoulder, cleans. So just coming up to the shoulder. Touch. Touch. You can add the other weight. And depending on what you like, outside of the legs is okay. Or inside is okay. During the workout, we're going to do these with burpee up downs or up down power cleans. 2, 1, rest. So we'll talk about that later. Now we are going into the up down power clean. So we're going to talk about it right now. 1. So go down onto your dumbbells, jump back, jump up, and bring that weight up. Down, jump back, jump up, clean the weight up. Down, jump back, jump up, and again, depending on what you like, you could come up with the weights on the outside, or you could start bringing them in between your legs And now we're going to hit the ground. We're doing plank to push up to downward dog, pedal the feet, flow. Step back into our plank, push up, downward dog, pedal 2 or 3 times, float back into plank, push up, hips up, pedal, flow back in, connect the breath to your movement. It's nice and easy, rolling back through these positions. 2, 1, rest. And then last one, we're going to try our burpee broad jumps. You could also do this as an up-down broad jump. So again, this may not work.
Nope.
Again, modify to use your space. Nicole's doing tuck jumps. I'm doing my burpees sort of backwards and then turning around and jumping. 1, and rest. Okay. Grab a quick sip.
Eric,
Yep.
for those double dumbbell, I guess they were snatches from the floor that you did last. Do you deadlift them up to your hips before lifting them, or are you just doing one fluid motion?
One fluid motion. So
Okay.
with the hang snatch, you're going to deadlift that up first because you're coming from the hang position, right? With the power cleans, the dumbbells, you are going to come up from the ground. And I'm going to show you 2 different ways because the workout is up-down power cleans. And what we're going to do is go down, come up. Now, depending on what you like, some people may want to swing them in here and come up. My stance is narrow, so I like to come out from the outside. So you might play around with that. If I was devil's pressing, I would hike them back in between my legs and come up. For cleans, I like to come back, and my stance is narrow, so I'm just coming right up from the ground.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yeah, thanks.
Great. So you can play around, you know, while you're doing rounds or even within reps within the round. Play around, or even when you're warming up, when we're getting ready, with going inside or outside and see what feels good to you. I know Beth likes to go inside. I tend to be outside. I think it's just how my stance is and where my feet are. All right, so we're getting into strength. 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. We are doing a variant of lunges or push-ups. The first push-up we're going to do, we've done all of them before. But the first one we're going to do is an offset push-up. So one hand is going to be a little more forward, and one hand's going to be backwards. So my forward hand, I'm actually turning a little bit, either perpendicular or on a 45. And my elbow is going to track with that hand. The other one is just below my shoulder and going backwards. The elbow's going, staying close to the body. So my right hand is forward here. It's turned, my elbow's going out. Same thing on the other side. I'm turning my hand. I'm keeping my right close to my body. If you want to add an extra challenge to that, you could put your hand up on a dumbbell, the deficit, add a little deficit to it. here, like that. If you need to scale the push-ups, and I may even myself at some point, because we're gonna get tired, as you're coming down, put your knees down and use them on the way up. So lower knees. All right. We're gonna do the push-ups right, left. We're also gonna do diamond push-ups or close grip. And we're gonna finish with hand release push-ups. And then our lunges, we're gonna do all the lunges that we did in the warm-up. One side seesaw, other side seesaw, one side, side and curtsy, vice versa. For the weights, if you have one dumbbell, you can goblet squat it for your lunges. Obviously, you won't do this with your push-up. If you have two weights, you can farmer carry or front rack. And you can also mix it up. I can tell you right now, there's no way I would be front racking a side lunge just because I stink at them. So that's the weights. If you don't have the right weights, you could also scale up by wearing a weight vest, in which case you'd be wearing that for the push-ups also, because you can't really switch. I already did the knees down. So scaling, single weight, no weight, just using body weight is more than good if that's what's good for you. And yeah, so we're doing 4 sets of push-ups, 4 sets of lunges, 2 on each side. Good?
So push-ups, lunges.
So I will talk you through. Our first one, we're gonna do right leg seesaw. So left leg is stationary, right leg is stepping forward and back. All right, here we go. In 10 seconds, pick the right weight for you. I'm going to do a couple different variations. 3, 2, 1, go. Stepping right. Again, it's okay to step in that middle movement just to gather your balance as you're switching from forward to back. Once you feel more comfortable, you can try and step through. Our knee just touches. And you could put something down. You could limit the range of motion a little bit if your knees are bothering you. Two, 1, rest. All right, now we're hitting the floor. Right arm is up. Left arm's close to the body. In 3, 2, 1, go. You can also scale up by raising a leg off the ground. And remember, we have our knee option. So go down, knees up, lower the negative, knees assist up. That's good work too. Two, 1, rest. All right. Going back to our lunges, stepping with our left leg this time. Whew. Let's see, we'll try doubles here. Go. Nice and flowing through. Five more seconds. 2, 1. And back to the floor. We are putting our left hand forward this time. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. So again, my elbows are tracking with my wrists. My right hand is close to my body. My elbows staying close to my rib cage. My left hand's in front, turned almost perpendicular, and my elbows going out. Switching up hand positions hits up different parts of your chest muscles, of your pecs, upper, lower, inner. And 1, rest. Whew, those burn. All right, going back to lunges. Now we're doing our side step and our curtsy lunge on the right with the right leg. So get your weight, or no weight is good scale too. Step lunge, come up, curtsy. Step lunge, come up, curtsy, cross that midline. All the way down, breaking that hip crease. Two, 1, and rest. All right, diamond push-ups, more heart to heart. I can make it a little heart, touching your heart to your hands. You can widen your feet up. 2, 1. You can keep a little space in your hands if you need to. In this one, I'm keeping both elbows close to the rib cage. These are hard. Work through, take your time, scale as you need to. Tight core, all the way. And you have your knee assist option, lower down the negative, knees up. Rest. Woo! All right. Lunges left, side and curtsy. I'm gonna try to farmer's carry. I don't think I could do the front rack. And go. Two, 1, and rest. And now for our last one, hand release push-ups. So your hands come off the floor, just enough for paper to slip under. Just kind of squeeze your shoulder blades together and push through that push-up. So hands come up and push. Hands come up. You can also use your feet a little bit as almost like a kip. So bring your hands and your feet up and then put them all down together. It gives you a little momentum coming off the floor. This increases range of motion, also prevents any bouncing out of the push-up. And rest. Woo. All right. just made it through our strength portion of our workout. Now we're going to get ready for our WOD. I'm going to give us a 2-minute timer to keep us on the transition while I go over the workout. Whew. My chest is tight from those thrusters yesterday. All right, here we go. So the WOD is a 6-minute AMRAP. 10 up, down power cleans. Like we practiced the doubles, or if double is not the right weight based on what you have, do a single. So go down, come up with one, switch hands, go down, come up with one. All right, 10 of those, followed by 10 burpee broad jumps, followed by 10 alternating hang power snatches. So on those, it's 5 and 5. Remember to deadlift that weight up first from the hang position. Your goal, we're gonna take 3 minutes off after we finish the first 6 minutes, have 3 minutes of rest, and then we're gonna do it all over again, trying to hit the same mark or better the second round. All right, so we're doing a 2-to-1 work rest. We're working for 6 minutes, resting for 3, and then working for 6. And then we will take a little rest between that and the finisher. So it's just the 3 moves, 10 double dumbbell up down power cleans, 10 burpee broad jumps or whatever variation of those that you're doing, 10 alternating hang power snatches. RX is 50 and 35 weights. You're going to use what you have and what's good for you. Questions about the WOD? Just give me a second to see if I can set this up the way I'd like to. Clockwise, yes, I can. So we'll run on 1 clock. The 3 minutes are going to be built in. All right. All right, take a second to get your weights, grab a sip of water. We're going to get going in about 30 seconds. Huh? All right, everybody good? Thumbs up all around. All right, so we're going with 6-minute AMRAP of 10 double dumbbell kettlebell up down power cleans, 10 burpee broad jumps, 10 alt hang power snatches in 10 seconds. Move well, good luck, do your best. 3, 2, 1, go. Both heads, one head has to touch your shoulders every time. Good, get into those burpees. Get the deadlift, that snatch. Good, Tim. That looks good. Good effort. That looks good. Great. Keep up the work. Halfway. Good. Cheryl, Susan, those cleans look good. Keep it up. $60 seconds. Keep it up. 30. Ten. 3, 2, 1. Rest. 3 minutes here. Note your time or your number of completed rounds plus the number of reps. Everybody's movement looked good. Just a reminder as we go into the second round on those lunge snatches, hangs, don't forget the deadlift before you start the first movement. Or if you break it up, the second time you start up again, you got to deadlift up also. Woo! The power cleans with the up down can only go so fast. So getting into a steady pace on those is a good idea. And then you can move faster through burpees or through the snatches or much quicker movements. Huh? You're working hard over there. Good job. Halfway through our rest, 90 seconds. So you know what you did now first round. Your goal is to hit it or beat it. Your mind, yeah, I'm 100% Christmas cookie fueled right now. Your mind, I always tell my wrestling team, your mind is going to tell you to quit before your body actually has to. So as you get into the latter part of this workout, don't let that negative self-talk come in. Keep it positive. Take a second, gather yourself, and get back in it. We're starting right at the top of the workout. You're not picking up where you left off. You're starting right with the 10 power cleans, up, down power cleans again. Just under 30 seconds. Ten. All right, you got this. Move well. 3, 2, 1, go. Halfway. Excellent. Keep working, you got this. Two minutes. Hang on. One minute. Under 30. You got it. 10 seconds. Finish strong. Move to the end. 2, 1. Well done. All right, another 2-minute break. Whew. All right, what are we doing next? 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. Bicep, curls, tricep extensions. While you're catching your breath, I'm gonna go over a few of the movements. For biceps, if you have 2 dumbbells, you can curl. We're gonna go ahead and curl them and switch our grips. If you only have 1 that's good enough for curling weight-wise, you're gonna use 1 dumbbell. First time, we're gonna hold it vertically, and I'm kind of cupping the head of the dumbbell here. You can see, like that. Second time, you're gonna hold the head sideways and go like this. In fact, this feels pretty good today. I might use one myself. For our overhead extensions, a couple options, but first time, we're gonna use one weight and go back like this. Second time, we're gonna hold it sideways. Same thing. Third time, you have the option of either, or if you have lighter weights and you want to do tricep kickbacks, and I say lighter weights like 5s, 10s, 15s, you get over like in a bent over row position, my elbows are in line, and I'm extending back. You could do them for all 3 rounds if you have light enough weight to do it. If you're struggling, if you're moving your body, if you have to swing, that's not the right weight for that movement. All right. We're doing 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. First one is going to be underhand grip on the curls. So just a normal bicep curl. Again, I'm going to use the single weight variety. All right, we're going to go in 10 seconds. You're working for 30 and then you get a rest for 30. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. So right now I'm doing the single dumbbell variety, vertical, holding the top of the dumbbell, the head of the dumbbell. All right, put that down. For these finishers, using a little lighter weight and pumping out more reps is a great way to get the blood flow going. Now we're going overhead, 1 dumbbell vertical. I like to diamond my hands around the bar, or I guess the bar of the dumbbell. I don't even know what you would call that, the stem. All right, here we go. Suck your belly button in so you don't overly arch your backs. No sling backs. I'm one of the worst for it. Just when I go overhead, my body goes into that position. So I'm really focusing on tight lower half right now. 2, 1, rest. All right, now, if you're using 2 dumbbells, you're gonna go to hammer curl. So neutral grip, coming up. All right, hands are sideways. If we're using 1 dumbbell, we're gonna hold the heads and basically do the same kind of thing. Our hands are neutral. Works a little more forearm towards the outer part of your bicep. Here we go. 2, 1. Okay. Now we're going over to triceps again, overhead. This time we're holding the dumbbell horizontally. So basically the same hold you just did with your curls. Now we're doing that overhead. Whew. Here we go, feeling the pump. 3, 2, 1, go. So clean it up and over, head. I kind of put my thumb and my pointer finger on the bottom of the dumbbell just to give it a little base. Again, sucking in my core so I don't overly arch my back overhead. Something I'm working on. 2, 1, come down. All right, last one for 2 dumbbells is a Zotman curl. So a Zotman curl, your hands are upright when they come, and then you turn them down and do a reverse down. Up, twist, down. If you're using 1 dumbbell, whatever you like, your pleasure on the grip. 2, 1, go. So curl up, reverse curl down. Switch the hands. Ten seconds. Good. And then for our triceps, pick whichever way you like to go overhead. I'm going to do horizontal just because it feels better on my shoulders. Whew. Feeling that burn. Here we go, 5 seconds. And go. Again, pick whatever feels good for you. My shoulders are tight, so bringing my hands in closer is harder for me. Two, 1, and rest. All right, let's hit the floor for a little mobility. We're gonna go about a minute over. So you could see me, we've done most of these before. Again, always if you need to go, you can catch this on the rerun on YouTube. All right, let's get on the floor. I'm gonna start with a T lunge. So go ahead, put that back leg down, knees down, my foot's untucked. I'm bringing my elbow down towards the floor and then reaching up with that same one and just going back and forth. My front leg is very wide, making room for my body. Ideally, your elbow would be coming all the way to the ground if you're mobile enough. I am not. Really getting our hip flexors here, hamstrings into the glute. 10 more seconds here. All right, switch. Big lunge, step into it, wide, let your leg fall out. Position one hand and go through the positions. When you reach up, you should really feel that back hip. A lot of us have tight hip flexors, especially if we spend a lot of time sitting for our jobs. The muscle just shortens because it's not being used, and then it gets tight, and that can lead to a lot of low back pain. So opening up your hip flexors is so important. Rest. We're going to stay right here. And oh, tricep stretch. I'm sorry, I couldn't read my writing. So just kneel. I'm trying to bring my hand on my spine back here and just pulling on that elbow. Push-ups, the overhead tricep, the burpee, all work the tricep muscle. And this stretch will go into your upper lats too. Your rotator cuff, you could even add a little lean to the side. Add a little something extra. And breathe. Three, two, one. Come out of that, shake it out a little bit. Couple little light neck rolls side to side. Other hand goes up, you reach towards your spine. Pull down on that elbow. Try not to let your arm cave in. Really work on keeping your shoulders back and down. Because if your arm caves in, you're not going to get as much of a tricep stretch. I tend to roll my shoulders, again, product of years of typing or whatever position you're in. We work these mobilities to sort of break us out of those habits we form every day. Three, two, one. And then last one for each side is a ballerina stretch. So what we're going to do is step with our lunge and then turn the back leg almost 90 degrees, almost perpendicular, and lean into that lunge. You should be feeling this in your groin area. Adductor, inner quad, super tight. Position yourself. You should be feeling that down the inner thigh. Two, one. Switch sides. Stepping right into that lunge. Back knee is perpendicular, or back foot is perpendicular. And then I'm working on keeping my body upright. So I'm not caving in to make it feel easier or better. I'm actually pushing against my knee to help keep my torso twisted in good position. Don't let this hip cave. Bring that up. And just sink into your hips. I am super tight here. Three, two, one. Come out of it easy. And just like that, another hour in the books and we did it again. Last Zoom workout of 2020, not the last workout of 2020, I hope, for all of you. So I will be back next week. I will see you in the first week of January. I hope everyone has a happy, healthy, and safe new year. Stay fit, do some mobility. And thank you, as always, for joining me. You should feel great about the effort and what you got done this morning.
Thank you.
Happy New Year,
Happy
Eric.
New Year,
Ryan.
All right, good job today, everyone. Take care.
Take it easy.
Bye.
Yep.
Bye.